The next feature of ArchAdemia is one that it could be endless. This I could really run away with, like starting projects here and never finishing them. But the idea with the toolkit was we also wanted to centralize a place where you could create fees. You could do practice management things like fee calculators, client portals, project scoping tools. We've then got project management. Currently, we've got a project stage tracker. We wanted to introduce AI tools that brought in creativity and automation in this area as well. We've actually made some inroads into a SketchUp plugin that starts to introduce kind of Revit type functionality. So this will be the creativity and automation. And my desire when it comes to AI tools isn't really, the rendering side is nice, but it's more, we want to automate the boring side of things. So we wanted to automate things like scheduling drawings or automating the monotonous sort of workflows so you can spend more time in the design stages. And then we've got this professional and personal management area, if I can start there actually. We've got this CV exporter. So it's based on one template at the minute, but we will roll out, probably just add maybe more tabs here. We will roll out more designs, more templates. And the idea is that you can literally populate your personal info. So if I just change my name to John Morgan, my title might want to be Senior Architect. And see the way the font auto scaled there? It's a bit of coding for you. We can then go into where are we? The recipient name, the letter body. And that actually neatly brings me to this little thing here. It's still the same core, but you've seen it before as the teaching assistant, but it's also a little widget as well. And if you're struggling with part of the CV, you can even say things like, can you give me a sample cover letter body message applying for the role of senior architect at ABC Architects. Just a few paragraphs to get me started. So to just get you running, you've got this. Let's even recommended the course there. So then we can grab that, and then we do letter body. Might be too long. Oh no. Oh, just right on the button there. So then I've pasted that in, and then look at that. It's auto-populated the cover letter. Then on the CV page 1, little bit about me. That's pulling from your bio and your account settings, education and skills. You can add in, so you can just see on the left here, I went to Liverpool John Moores University, and you can see that populating the CV there. And then on page 2, a future phase of this will be, it will pull in your drawing board projects, which will be absolutely amazing. But for now, we can directly upload project title. This one was called Holwood Forest. And you can see there, it's starting to populate. So let's just say Feb 25 for ease. Service, planning consent. We didn't go beyond that. Clients was just HWF developments. Budget was a chunky one, say 20 mil. And then the project role, running a large design team, blah, blah, blah. So you can see how that populates. So that saves so much time designing the CV and all that sort of stuff. It's all based on industry standards. And as I say, we're going to roll out future designs. And at the end, you can literally export. Even the file name is spot on. There's your cover letter. Export CV. There's your CV. Look at that. In this area, professional personal management, we've got a planner. We're soon going to sync this with Google and Outlook calendars. In here, it's based on kind of the creative's day. So you're better doing your thinky stuff in the morning, any learning in the kind of middle of the day, and then push your admin towards the end of the day when you're a little bit more tired. Big design decisions and things are best in the morning. So the planner is based around that principle, and it will kind of encourage you to plan your days around that. It won't force you, but it will encourage you. Now this, over time, will also grow legs into things like focus tools. So it'll help you, really focus on certain tasks. It will definitely weave a bit of AI into it, in terms of it will make recommendations on certain things. It'll help you prioritize tasks, so on and so on. Right now, it's kind of a manual thing, but again, we've laid the foundation, and the future phases of this is going to be absolutely superb, starting with that syncing. To be able to sync that with my Outlook calendar will be absolutely amazing. We've then got this project stage tracker. As I say, we're just covered in the toolkit area. So project stage tracker, what this is doing is it's keeping you in line so that you can do a checklist for every stage of a project. Now it's based on the RIBA's plan of work. We will roll out other more globally recognised ways of running a project, I suppose. But being UK based, we're going to have that slight bias at the start. So it's based on the RIBA, but I'll tell you what, it's actually a really good way of managing a project. So you can still, if you're not based in the UK, you can still apply the same principles. And the idea here is that we're encouraging you, based on our experience, good and bad, we're saying make sure you get these things checked off before you move into the next stages. This will keep you, the client, and the project on track. And at key milestones in the project, you will be encouraged to review the overall project in line with sustainable strategies, fire safety, inclusive design, health and safety, and plan for use strategies. And they're all tied in again to best practices with the RIBA plan of work, particularly the RIBA plan of work overview book as well. It's absolutely brilliant. You can start a new project, you can save projects and so on. And then what I love about this is you can leave notes at the end, little reminders and things. And then before a meeting, you can spit out a progress report. Look at that. How good is that? So it saves manually writing progress reports, and this could expand into design risk strategies and so on. Fee calculator, again, UK bias at the minute, but we will expand this again globally. And what we're doing here is, in the UK, fee values, they vary wildly, actually, definitely between north and south. So the idea is that, again, based on experience, based on industry averages, the answers that you give it will dictate the level of fee. But then throughout, you have sliders that you can make your own adjustments as well. So let's say we're based in London, residential, it's a new build, it's traditional contract, so it's more involved. Let's say it's listed and it's got a moderate complexity. Let's say we don't know the construction value, but we do know the area. So say it's 250 square meters. You can adjust the cost per square meter as well. 2,000 is maybe slightly below average, but it's in the region. So you can change that to, definitely if you're in London, it'd be much higher. Let's do like a £3,500 a square meter. It then gives you that construction cost. You can then adjust at this point a little slider, but let's just leave it. Then you can, if you're only appointed up to planning, you can then tick these off, or if it's full service, typically we don't normally get involved in use, but some do, but you could tick that off if you wanted for a partial appointment. You can add services. We would typically add 3D visualization, build regulation submission as well. Sometimes that is handled by the contractor, so you can add that in. You can adjust. That might only want to be 1%. You might even include it, to be fair, so you could tick that off. And then exclusions and terms. So these are all checked by default, but you might want to drop some of them off. And again, any feedback, any additions that you might spot, we can add in. And then calculate fee, and then there it is. So we're talking 9% of overall fee. You've got the ability as well to slide this up and down, and you can see that it adjusts these figures down here as well. And then all your fee breakdown sorted. Then you can move to a fee proposal, right? And then you can add, if I just go on our letterhead, you can then add your own letterhead, just a nice simple 350 square pixel image, and that image wants to contain your brand information, your address and things. We give you advice there. Client name, let's just keep it dead generic, John Smith. Job number 114. The fee proposal reference is just FP01, fee proposal 01. The proposal date, it recognizes the current date, so you could leave that or you can backdate, what have you. Project name is Smith Road. 2 Smith Road is the address. Company details, this is your own company details. So then registration number, I'll just do 45678. Letter introduction would be something like, hi, John. Actually, it might address it already, so you just say, thanks for inviting us to tender for the project at 2 Smith Road. The project, as we understand it, is to deliver a conversion, did I put conversion? I forget now. Conversion of offices into 20 apartments, just for example. Signatory name, Adam Morgan, put director or whatever. Upload your signature. You can then save that off. And then, like with everything else, you can export a gorgeous fee letter after all that. So again, no more tedious writing it all in, writing all your exclusions and stuff like that. It's all baked in to the platform. And then to finish us off, we've done a CV export, we've done all them. So then to finish us off, the AI area, the first tool we're rolling out is Google's Nano Banana Pro. It is unbelievable. It's just so good. So things like I like its ability to create diagrams, and what we will then roll out very, very soon is other tools like this Recraft. Nano Banana will only feed you an image, let's say a PNG, but Recraft, and there are other tools that we're looking at as well, that will then convert that into vectorized line work. I would never trust an AI to just give me a finished product. It always needs the human touch. So with this area, you produce your raw diagram, your raw drawing, what have you, and then in Recraft, you can then bring it into CAD, Illustrator, and what have you, and then work it up, which I would always recommend. If I then just go on View History, you can see some of the example use cases. We've got some quirky graphics, site diagrams. It can do presentation boards. It can convert historic buildings to give you a little example of what a conversion could look like. You can add people into a scene, which is absolutely amazing. So that render was previously empty. It can change the mood and lighting of an image. It can convert floor plans into ISOs. It can drop visuals onto a site. I had a little go there, but I refined the prompt eventually. Absolutely million and one use cases. You can change materials. There's absolutely loads that it can do, and it's quite well documented. But the key here is we're trying to centralize everything under one plan. So you can obviously access this elsewhere, but it's nice that you're within this ecosystem of, you've got the courses, the tools, the guidance, the AI assistants, and all that sort of stuff. And then you've got this at your disposal as well. And then if you run out of credits, there's a very generous inclusion of credits. It's 250 credits for members, so that's included. And it costs as little as 4 credits for an image. So that'll last you a while, but then if you need to top it up, you can do. So that's the toolkit area. I should have said that in the toolkit area, we've also got a home page. And in this home page, you can actually ask for advice on how to use all the tools as well. So as a little example, what is the CV exporter and what can I create? And this is a little assistant specific to the toolkit area. And there you go. It gives you all the advice, what it can do, and that is stored in a chat history as well. So if you're ever stuck, you've got a little specific assistant there too.